A hummingbird visiting you can be interpreted in various ways, depending on the specific belief system or culture. Generally, it's seen as a positive sign, symbolizing joy, healing, or a message from a loved one. Some believe hummingbirds are messengers, bringing good intentions and positive messages. Others see them as a reminder to embrace the present moment and find joy in life's sweetness. What does water everywhere nor any drop to drink mean? This is from the rhyme of the Ancient Mariner, a poem by Samuel Taylor Coleridge, and is used to suggest that despite being surrounded by something, it may not be to your benefit. In the poem referring to sea water, as 97% of Earth's water is ocean. The rhyme of the Ancient Mariner tells the story of a sailor who shoots an albatross, bringing disaster upon his ship and crew. The poem opens with three men on their way to a wedding, when one is stopped by the mariner. The mariner's glittering eye holds the young man captive, forcing him to listen to the mariner's cursed tale, a tale of suffering and loss with ultimate redemption. The main theme of the rhyme of the Ancient Mariner is sin, penance, and redemption. The poem explores the consequences of sin, the burden of guilt, and the possibility of forgiveness through suffering and repentance. Luffy's Gear 5, the awakening of his Gamu Gamu no Mi devil fruit, grants him reality-bending abilities, primarily manifested through a rubbery, cartoon-like distortion of himself and his environment. This allows him to transform objects, even people, into rubber, and manipulate his own body and surroundings with extreme flexibility and cartoon-like physics. Gear 5, Gear 5th, is the awakened form of the Hito Hito no Mi model Nika, which strengthens the user's rubbery body. It also allows the user the ability to manipulate and transform their environment. Similar to a Paramecia's awakening, Luffy achieved this ability during his final battle with Kaido on Onigashima. In the Beetlejuice universe, Beetlejuice is a ghost, specifically a mischievous and powerful spirit from the Netherworld. He is often portrayed as a biodisaster ghost due to his destructive and chaotic nature, often causing mischief and mayhem. While Beetlejuice is a ghost, there are some hints that he may have transformed into a demon over time. You may not have noticed, but in this video I said his name 3 times. Now by watching this video you have summoned the ghost with the most. The only way to get rid of him is to say his name 3 more times. Headphones originated in the 1880s as a tool for telephone operators to work hands-free, evolving from single, heavy earpieces to the diverse range of audio devices we know today. Key milestones include the invention of the first 2-earpiece headphones in 1910, the development of stereo headphones in 1958, and the advent of portable headphones with the Walkman in 1979. Wireless headphones were popular in the 1990s, and now we have Bluetooth connectivity with high sound quality. You are probably listening to me with headphones right now. Scarlet Witch, or Wanda Maximoff, is considered incredibly powerful in Marvel Comics and the MCU due to her ability to manipulate chaos magic and her mutant powers, which include energy manipulation. Her powers are often described as reality bending and probability manipulation, making her one of the most potent characters in the Marvel Universe. After she is restored to life, Wanda becomes mentally unstable and uses her abilities to trap the entire town of Westview in a false reality of her creation. This puts her in conflict with Sword and Agatha Harkness, ultimately leading her to manifest her ancient prophesied identity as the Scarlet Witch. Gollum is a character from J.R.R. Tolkien's The Hobbit and The Lord of the Rings who is a corrupted hobbit. Originally named Smeagol, he possesses the One Ring and is driven by an obsessive desire to reclaim it. Over time, the ring's power transforms him into a wretched, cave-dwelling creature obsessed with the ring. Smeagol's transformation into Gollum was primarily due to the corrupting influence of the One Ring, which he obtained through murder. The ring amplified his existing desires and corrupted his mind, leading to isolation, obsession, and eventually physical deformation. Gollum cannot eat hobbit food, particularly elven lembas bread, because his corrupted body and soul are repelled by anything elven, including their food. This aversion is linked to his descent into darkness after being corrupted by the ring. Additionally, Gollum prefers raw meat and has become accustomed to a diet of raw flesh during his long time underground. Once upon a time, there was a clever monkey. He lived on a beautiful island in an apple tree. One day, a crocodile swam to the island. The crocodile said, "I have no food and I am very hungry." So the monkey threw a red apple to the crocodile. The crocodile munched and munched. The next day, the crocodile came back. "Please, may I have 2 apples?" he asked. "One for me to eat and one for my poor wife." So the monkey threw down 2 red apples. The crocodile ate one and gave one to his wife. After that, the crocodile went to see the monkey every day, to listen to his stories and eat his apples. He wanted to be clever just like the monkey. The crocodile's wife had an idea. "Why don't you eat his brain, then you'll be clever just like him." The next day, he said to the monkey, "Come to my house, we'll have lunch together, to thank you for the apples." But when he arrived, the crocodile snapped and said, "Monkey, I want to eat your brain, so I can be as clever as you." The clever monkey thought quickly and said, "But I haven't got my brain here. It is on the island in the apple tree." They both went back to the island. "Wait here and I will get my brain," said the monkey. The monkey quickly climbed the tree and sat at the top. "Oh, crocodile, you are greedy. Of course you can't have my brain. And now you can't have my apples." And the clever monkey laughed and laughed. Tom's Diner by Susan Vega is a song about alienation and disconnection, observed through a vignette of a rainy morning in a New York City diner. The narrator observes various people and events, including a newspaper article about the death of an actor, a woman staring at her reflection, and a seemingly unnoticed man behind the counter, all contributing to a sense of detachment from the world around her. At the end of the song, the narrator leaves the diner to catch the train after the coffee is finished. Vega wrote the song based on a comment by her friend Brian Rose, a photographer who mentioned that in his work, he sometimes felt as if he saw his whole life through a pane of glass. In Mayan culture, the jaguar holds special and powerful symbolism. It is not just an ordinary animal. It is seen as a significant spiritual creature that connects the human world with the divine realm. The jaguar represents various qualities and concepts for the Mayan people. First and foremost, the jaguar symbolizes strength and courage. Its fierce and dominant nature has made it a representation of warriors and leaders. The Mayans admired the jaguar's ability to be both stealthy and powerful, and they believed that by channeling the jaguar's spirit, they could gain strength and bravery in their own lives. Moreover, the jaguar is closely associated with night and darkness. As a nocturnal creature, it embodies mystery and the hidden aspects of life. In Mayan mythology, the jaguar was believed to be a guardian of the underworld, guiding souls through the darkness to the afterlife. This link to the spirit world enhances the jaguar's mystique and importance in their culture. Another crucial aspect of the jaguar's symbolism is its connection to nature and fertility. It was considered a symbol of life, death, and rebirth, linking it to the natural world cycles. The jaguar's presence was thought to ensure prosperity and abundance for the Mayan communities. Additionally, the jaguar was often associated with water and rain. The Mayans believed the jaguar had the power to control rainfall, making it a revered figure in agricultural practices. The animal's association with water also connected it to the concept of purification and cleansing. The jaguar's representation can be found in various forms of Mayan art, architecture, and religious ceremonies. It has left an enduring mark on Mayan culture, reflecting its significance and impact on their spiritual beliefs and daily lives. While Mexico is the birthplace of the taco and likely has the most overall taco consumption, Sweden is often cited as the country with the highest per capita taco consumption. Sweden's popular tradition of fredagsmis, cozy Friday, where families enjoy Tex-Mex-style tacos on Friday nights. This tradition has solidified the taco's place as a national dish, and it's even referred to as taco fredag by many Swedes. The artist Frida Kahlo once said, "I painted my own reality." Kahlo was deeply influenced by indigenous Mexican culture, which is apparent in her use of bright colors and dramatic symbolism. She frequently included the symbolic monkey. In Mexican mythology, monkeys are symbols of lust, yet Kahlo portrayed them as tender and protective symbols. Frida was profoundly influenced by her homeland's rich history and folklore. She often found inspiration in traditional ceramics, textiles, and religious paintings, employing Mexican colors and shapes in her art to portray her struggle and her inner worlds. WandaVision tells the story of Wanda Maximoff, the Scarlet Witch, and Vision, who, after the events of Avengers: Endgame, are living a seemingly idyllic suburban life in the fictional town of Westview. However, as the series progresses, it's revealed that Westview is a reality created by Wanda's powers, trapping residents within a sitcom-style reality. The show explores themes of grief, loss, and Wanda's struggle to cope with the trauma she's experienced. Blue jays appear blue due to a phenomenon called light scattering, specifically Rayleigh scattering. Rather than pigments, their feathers contain tiny air pockets that interact with light, scattering all colors except blue, making the bird appear blue. The actual pigment in their feathers is melanin, which is brown, but the blue color is due to the structure of their feathers. How many names has Wolverine had? Wolverine was born as James Howlett in northern Alberta, Canada, approximately near Cold Lake during the late 19th century, purportedly to rich farm owners John and Elizabeth Howlett. He is actually the illegitimate son of the Howlett's groundskeeper, Thomas Logan. In 1979, Logan is assigned to the Weapon X project, in which he has adamantium grafted to his bones, taking the name Weapon X. After his escape from the Weapon X program, Logan then changed his name to Wolverine and reassigned to the group known as Alpha Flight. He would later make his way to America and the X-Men. After the Dark Phoenix saga, Logan changed his name again, this time being called Patch. He then moved to mythical Madripoor. Tarantulas are largely solitary creatures that primarily live in burrows, although some species may tolerate being in close proximity to others in their natural habitat. They are nocturnal hunters, emerging from their burrows at night to hunt insects, spiders, and sometimes small lizards or birds. Many tarantula species are burrowing spiders, digging their own burrows or using existing shelters like rocks or logs. Pizza's history begins with ancient flatbreads across various cultures, but modern pizza truly emerged in Naples, Italy. In the 18th century, early iterations were simple, often street food for the poor, featuring bread topped with oil, garlic and herbs. The addition of tomatoes and cheese, especially mozzarella, solidified the dish's popularity, and the pizza margherita was created for the Queen of Italy in 1889. The lion is a multifaceted symbol, frequently representing royalty, power, courage, and leadership. It can also symbolize strength, justice, majesty, and even ferocity. In different cultures and contexts, the lion can also represent wisdom and protection. The lion's majestic appearance and dominance in the animal kingdom have led to its association with royalty and power, often depicted as the king of the beasts. Dragons could potentially breathe fire by harnessing oxygen and creating a spark. Much like the bombardier beetle uses a chemical reaction to defend itself, the bombardier beetle, which can expel a hot chemical spray, provides a real-world analogy for how dragons could produce fire. Dragon fire is often portrayed as extremely hot, capable of melting steel and stone. The heat range is often described as being in the range of 2,600 to 3,000 degrees Fahrenheit. Some accounts even suggest temperatures high enough to melt bone or even the surface of the sun. Demon Days, Gorillaz' second studio album, explores the concept of a journey through the night, where each track represents a confrontation with a personal demon. The album grapples with themes of war, poverty, environmental destruction, and corporate greed, reflecting a post-9/11 world and the darker side of humanity. Damon Albarn has described it as a loose concept album inspired by a trip through impoverished areas of China. The whole album kind of tells the story of the night or staying up during the night, but it's also an allegory. It's what we're living in, basically. The world in a state of night. Hummingbirds are powerful symbols of joy, love, healing, and good luck in many cultures. They are also seen as messengers from the other side, carrying messages of encouragement or signs from deceased loved ones. In Native American traditions, hummingbirds are associated with beauty, wisdom, and even the sun god Huitzilopochtli. As a totem animal, the hummingbird symbolizes joy, freedom, perseverance, creativity, love, and healing. It encourages us to live in the moment, to be open to change, and to pursue our dreams with optimism. Its small size and ability to fly in all directions represent flexibility and freedom. To some, sighting a hummingbird signals that challenging times are over and healing can begin. To others, these tiny flyers are an inspiring sign of hope and good luck. Hummingbirds also can have a spiritual significance and mean the spirit of a loved one is near. At age 18, Frida Kahlo was seriously injured in a bus accident on September 17, 1925, when the bus she was riding crashed into a tram. The accident resulted in severe injuries, including a broken spine, broken pelvis, broken collarbone, broken ribs, 11 fractures in her right leg, a dislocated shoulder, and a handrail impaling her pelvis. These injuries caused lifelong pain and significantly impacted the rest of her life. She used this pain to fuel her vivid art. The pug is one of the oldest breeds of dog and have flourished since before 400 BC. The pug was a pet of the Buddhist monasteries in Tibet. Josephine, wife of Napoleon, used her pug Fortune to carry secret messages under his collar to her husband while she was imprisoned at Les Carmes. Pugs are known for being sociable and gentle companion dogs. The American Kennel Club describes the breed's personality as even-tempered and charming. Pugs remain popular into the 21st century, with some famous celebrity owners. Pugs primarily love the company and affection of their owners. Bred as companion dogs, they are known for their playful, loving, and affectionate nature, thriving when included in their owner's activities. They also enjoy cuddling, spending time on the couch, and being the center of attention. Tiger cubs typically spend their days playing, sleeping, and learning essential survival skills from their mothers. They begin exploring the world around the den around 2 months old and start hunting with their mother and siblings between 8 and 10 months. By 15 months, they're primarily focused on playing, which helps them develop skills like stalking, pouncing, and swatting as they mature. They'll learn to hunt, build muscle, and establish dominance within their family unit. Do dogs like music? Yes, dogs can and often do enjoy music, with studies showing they react differently to various genres. Some dogs, especially those prone to anxiety, may find soothing tunes like classical music, soft rock, or reggae calming. Other genres like heavy metal may cause agitation. Drawing a fried egg can be a great exercise for practicing basic shape shading and rendering textures. It also provides a simple and familiar subject matter for beginners to experiment with. Additionally, a fried egg can be incorporated into various compositions, from still life arrangements to cartoon characters. Drawing a realistic fried egg can be a great way to practice your drawing skills, particularly when it comes to understanding light, shadow, and texture. It's also a fun subject that can be depicted in various styles, from highly detailed to more simplified interpretations. Cats' eyes are unique and provide valuable insights into their emotional state and vision. They have vertical slit pupils, which allow them to see better in low light and judge distances, and a reflective layer called the tapetum lucidum, which causes their eyes to glow in the dark. Pupil size and eye position also communicate emotions, such as fear, aggression, or relaxation. Cats have a tapetum lucidum while humans do not. This reflects light back to the retina a second time, increasing sensitivity to light. Cats have more rod photoreceptors than humans, but fewer cones. A cat's lens is located closer to the retina, creating a brighter image. The Tin Woodman, or Tin Man, is a fictional character from L. Frank Baum's The Wonderful Wizard of Oz. He is a woodman who was turned into tin by the Wicked Witch of the East after the witch enchanted his axe, causing it to chop off his limbs, which he then replaced with tin. He seeks a heart from the Wizard of Oz to complete his transformation and feel emotions again. The Tin Man was originally a woodman named Nick Chopper, who worked in the woods of Oz. He fell in love with a Munchkin girl, but the Wicked Witch of the East, wanting to keep her as a servant, enchanted his axe. The axe began to chop off his limbs, which he then replaced with tin counterparts, eventually becoming entirely made of tin. Despite being a man of tin, Nick retains his soul and continues to live, but he longs for a heart to feel emotions. Along with Dorothy and her friends, the Tin Man travels to the Emerald City to meet the wizard and ask for a heart. Still lifes became a popular subject for Dutch artists in the 17th century. In the Dutch style, subjects like fruit, animals, and shiny objects often symbolize the temporary nature of life. Sparkly treasures are shown to be impermanent in many paintings, which is meant to impart moral lessons to viewers. Lemons can symbolize a variety of concepts depending on cultural context, ranging from wealth and prosperity to bitterness and cleansing. They are often associated with the Mediterranean lifestyle, sunny outdoors and a sense of warmth and energy. In some cultures, they represent longevity, while others see them as a symbol of resilience in the face of adversity. Like the phrase, "When life gives you lemons, make lemonade." Koi fish symbolize perseverance, good fortune, strength, and ambition, particularly in Japanese and Chinese cultures. They are often associated with the legend of a carp swimming upstream against a waterfall and transforming into a dragon, symbolizing overcoming challenges and achieving one's aspirations. Each color of koi also carries specific symbolic meanings, such as black for resilience, red for love and bravery, and golden for wealth and prosperity. Koi fish are associated with positive imagery. Because of the dragon legend, they are known as symbols of strength and perseverance, as seen in their determinative struggle upstream. And because of the lone koi that made it to the top of the waterfall, they are also known as symbols of a destiny fulfilled. Buffaloes, particularly American bison, are important for their ecological role, cultural significance, and potential for sustainable livestock production. They are also a fascinating and unique animal with a complex social structure and a strong natural instinct for survival. Buffaloes are grazers that selectively consume grasses and sedges, helping to maintain grassland ecosystems and prevent the dominance of one species. Daredevil's primary power is echolocation, also known as his radar sense. This allows him to see with his heightened senses and navigate, detect threats, and fight even though he is blind. He also possesses enhanced strength, speed, reflexes, and agility, making him a highly skilled combatant. Dr. Doom is a complex character with a vast array of powers, primarily based on his advanced intellect, magical abilities, and his technologically enhanced armor. He possesses skills in time travel, teleportation, energy manipulation, and the use of esoteric enchantments. His indomitable will and reality-altering abilities also play a significant role in his power. Doom may be powerful, but even he is vulnerable. His vulnerability lies in an object. The sword the Fantastic Four find is known as the Doomblade, and according to Doom, it is the one magical weapon that could hurt me. Though in many ways, Frodo is an ordinary hobbit happy to live among his friends and family in the Shire. His pure, incorruptible heart sets him apart not only from other hobbits, but also from the other races of Middle-earth, and makes him the ideal candidate to deliver the Ring of Power to Mordor. Gandalf knew he cannot hold the ring himself, due it being the essence of Sauron the Corruptor. The ring contained most of the power of Sauron, and the remaining Eye of Sauron was able to corrupt the strongest of the wizards. Thus Gandalf could not destroy the One Ring, and Frodo must shoulder the burden. Luffy's name really means sailing against the wind. This is actually pretty deep. As we all know, sailing against the wind is difficult. It's irrational. At the very beginning of the show, everybody thought that Luffy's determination to become the Pirate King was also irrational. Monkey D. Luffy's primary power stems from the Gamu Gamu no Mi, a paramecia devil fruit, which grants him the ability to stretch his body like rubber. This allows him to perform various attacks, like the signature Gum Gum pistol, and also gives him incredible physical strength, speed, durability, and agility. He also has Haki, specifically Armament Haki, which he uses to enhance his attacks and defenses. Tigers generally symbolize power, strength, courage, and protection, particularly in Asian cultures like China and India. They are also often associated with leadership, beauty, and fierceness in some contexts. They can represent purity, innocence, good luck, wealth, and even the ability to ward off evil spirits. Tigers hold significant roles in various mythologies, often symbolizing power, fierceness, and even fertility in Chinese culture. The tiger is considered the king of beasts and is believed to ward off bad luck and evil spirits. Hindu mythology features the tiger as the vehicle of goddess Durga, representing the union of feminine power and Mother Earth. Korean mythology depicts tigers as both auspicious creatures that drive away evil and powerful beings that destroy evil. In Chinese folklore, tigers are believed to be so powerful that they are endowed with the ability to ward off the three main household disasters: fire, thieves, and evil spirits. Paintings and pictures of tigers are also hung at the entrance of many homes to ensure that demons would be too afraid to enter. There are usually about 3 tiger cubs in a litter. Tiger cubs are born small, blind, and weak. They're born with all their stripes and drink their mother's milk until they are 6 months old and then only eat meat. A tiger cub, tiny and playful, learning the ropes of life from its fierce but loving mom. Tiger moms teach their babies everything they need to know, from how to hunt to how to be brave. It's a special bond filled with love, protection, and a whole lot of fun. The relationship between the tigress and her cubs is strong and special. From the moment they are born, the mothers become extremely protective of their defenseless cubs.